welcome back to my channel. Um, I just wanted to jump on and kind of tell you a little bit about what's going on in my home right now. I kind of assumed that everybody kind of knew like who I was, and I know that's not true. So I thought I would just share a little bit about myself. I kind of like envision everybody being like people that know me, and I know that's not true. So I live in a very small world, I guess. But first off, my name's Kelly. I live in Eastern North Carolina with my husband, Daryl, and we have been here going on 5 years, which I cannot believe. We came from Northern Kentucky, and then I was born and raised in Ohio. Me and my husband moved to Kentucky shortly after we got married in 2013. And then we moved to Kentucky in 2017, the end of 16, I think it was, which we loved. Northern Kentucky. I loved Kentucky. I worked most of my, I want to say, since my kids were grown, I worked in home health care. I was a state tested nursing assistant. I don't think they have that here in North Carolina. It's like just medical assisting, whatever you want to call it. So I did that. I worked in, nursing homes. I worked in just home health, going to mostly elderly people's houses, helping them. And then when I moved to Kentucky, I got a job at the hospital, and first off, I worked as a patient transporter because I wanted the benefits. And I went in the hospital with a kidney stone, and I was also dental assisting at the time. And I just learned very quickly that really wasn't for me. So I ended up with a kidney stone, ended up in the hospital with, having surgery. And then I thought, I really liked the hospital that I was in. So I thought that I would get a job there, just patient transporting, so I could get benefits. So that's how I kind of started in that field. And then I stayed there for at least a year. And then I moved on to a office position at the cancer center there. And that's what I did there. And until we moved here, which was right around the COVID time. And so when I moved here, I started at the post office. I got a job at the local post office, just a small post office. And I was actually a mail carrier on a small little route. I just wanted a part-time job. I didn't want to work a full-time job. I worked part-time, 4 or 5 hours a day. It was more like 4 hours a day at the time. Did all the training for the post office. Actually enjoyed the job. It was fun. Just a little country route, which I liked. And then, that kind of was getting to where it wasn't quite enough money for me. So I got the job I have now, which is at a little bit further on down the road, but not too far at all, at a little small town post office that I love. And I'm the only one working in that office. I'm by myself there. It's 69 post office boxes. There's no mail carriers going out of there. It's just all post office boxes. So I work there now, which I love it. I love the people. They're my friends. And I only work 4.5 hours a day, which I like. So, and then most importantly, I have 3 grown children. I have a son, Caleb, that lives in Northern California. He's been there since around, I want to say, he's been there for 11 or 12 years. Probably close to 12 years he's been there. And the most exciting part is he's moving here. And he has a fiance, and she has 3 children that basically, he's been raising since they were babies. They're, he's daddy to them, and he loves them. They love him. I love all of them. They're just precious to me. And I'm so excited that they are moving here. I haven't been in the same state with my son since 2013 or whatever it was. They're going to be moving like an hour away, 45 minutes away from me. So I'm so excited about that. Like, that's just such an answer to prayer. And then my middle son is Gabe, and he has my grandbaby Ariel, and she just turned 5 in January, and they live in the Cincinnati area of Ohio. And, because of that situation, it's just, he's not able to come here, yet. Always praying for that situation. But let's see, my older son just turned 33. I had him when I was 12. Not really, I had him when I was 18. And then Gabe is 30. And then my daughter, Savannah, which just moved here in September, which with her husband, Curtis. And they've been staying in our home since September until they found jobs. And now they are moving out. I'm going to be an empty nester yet again. And they're just moving 30 minutes from here and closer to the beach. And like, I'm so happy for them. They found a cute little house, and they are literally moving there now. They are going to go take care of the water and get some stuff moved in today. And I'm not sure if they're staying there tonight or not, but she got a little sappy this morning because she felt like she was leaving again. I'm like, you're not leaving. I was like, you're just going 30 minutes away. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it. I'm so excited for them. I know I'm going to miss their presence here, but I'm too excited for them to be sad, if that makes sense. So that is where we're at now. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But, I love to decorate. I love to thrift. I love to, take care of my home. I love to bake and cook. And most importantly, I have a personal relationship with Jesus. That's my number one. That's the most important thing. And I try to live a Christian life. We all fail. We all fall short, but thank God for God's grace. So that's kind of my life in a nutshell. And now I'm on here trying to share my life and trying to be an encouragement maybe to other empty nesters, mothers. I know the whole raising children and all the struggles there. I did homeschool too, so I was a homeschool mother. I didn't do it. I did it all my daughter's years except for 3 months, where she went to school for 3 months and that was not good. My boys, it was kind of half and half. They went to a Christian school, a homeschool for a short time, and then when they were in high school, they went to a public school, which that's a regret, but can't change it now. They're grown. So, I'm here in North Carolina. It took me 3 years to completely adjust and to where I love being here. I wanted to leave. I wanted to go back home to my family. And I still miss my family. My mother and my stepdad and my 2 brothers are still in Ohio. So I try to get back there as often as I can. And I have been on a weight loss journey. Let's see. It's been going on a year. So I have lost about 50 pounds, and it was kind of, I wouldn't say accidental. I mean, I always felt like I was on a weight loss journey and just could never get, I felt like I'm never going to be able to get smaller than I am, but I never really was comfortable with my body. I always felt too heavy, and I always just I wasn't, probably in today's whatever, I was obese, but you know, I always say that I was just a larger frame person. You know, I have the bigger feet and the bigger hands and things. So I just thought, you know, this is just my size, you know, I'm gonna have to just, but I was just never satisfied, and I always felt too heavy, and I didn't like it. So I just thought, my mother-in-law lost, she has heart issues, and she lost a bunch of weight. And I thought, how is she doing it? And she just said she was watching her calories. And I thought, I wonder if that would work for me. I never really did that. I've always been keto, carnivore, you know, low carb type stuff. And I would lose a little bit, but, you know, I don't think I could have lost more than 10 pounds, maybe. So I put an app on my phone, and I started tracking my calories, and I said, okay, I want to lose between 1 and 2 pounds a week. And I know that sounds like a lot, and it probably was, but I was kind of doubtful that it was going to work for me anyway. So I just put it in there, and it had me at like 1,100 calories. And buddy, it came off fast, you know, and it kind of was like, I wasn't weighing myself, but then I kind of started looking in the mirror, and I'm like, I look different, you know, and I noticed my skin was kind of getting loose, and I thought, I think I've lost some weight. So I went over and got on her scale, because I didn't have a scale. I went over there and got on her scale, and I was down 25 pounds. And I just could not believe it, because I couldn't remember the last time I weighed that. I was like, wow. I mean, and then and the next month I weighed again, and I was down another 10 pounds, 9 pounds, something like that. And now I am down, I weigh, it depends, you know, if I've worked out or whatever, because sometimes when I work out, I gain a pound or whatever. And like, depending on what you eat, you know, your water, all this kind of stuff. I've been between 148 and 152, you know, that's kind of where I stay. And I don't think that, I don't want to get any lighter than I am. These jeans are from American Eagle. If you like them, they're really cute. They're boyfriend jeans. These are size 4. And they're not tight. And actually, I bought a pair of jeans a couple weeks ago at Walmart that were size 2. And maybe they do run big, but they're still size 2. You know, they could be more like a 4. I don't know. But I know I can't wear a 2 in every jean, but I have been wearing 4s in about every jean, so that's about where I'm at. Which, never thought in my lifetime. I've always been between a 10 and a 12. Anyway, like I was saying, that was horrible. Like, I was in the middle of my sentence and my phone storage ran out. This is the problem with using your phones for videos, because you never have enough storage. Anyway, off with that subject. Anyway. Oh, you're funny. Such jokesters around these parts. Anyway, what I was saying was, I had to start tracking my calories, because all the food, even though it was low carb and like for the most part real food, I was eating a lot of it because it tasted good, and they're like, oh, you can eat as much as you want, and as long as it's meat and eggs, and that's not true. It may be true for some people, but it was not true for me. I cannot overeat meat and butter and bacon and all the stuff. I mean, it just goes to show everything in moderation, and calories do matter. I mean, it just, I don't care what anybody says. Like, honestly, really, dude, really? Not only do they turn in front of you, they go 5 miles an hour. Anyway, all that to say, you know, I have found my sweet spot, as you want to say. I found my sweet spot. High protein, lower calorie. You know, I get most of my sweet fixes or whatever from fruit, and you can come up with all kinds of interesting things to satisfy your sweet tooth. It does not have to be Little Debbie snack cakes, and it doesn't have to be sweet cereals and candy and all of this stuff. And there's so many things that you can substitute that taste good. You don't need the junk. And I'm happy where I'm at. And tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make a protein bowl, and my husband's gonna have some too. I'm gonna have a nice big bowl of salad, and then I'm gonna put some lean ground beef on it, and I'm gonna saute that with some onion and maybe some mushrooms. I've been craving sauteed mushrooms, so I think I'm gonna throw some mushrooms in there. I'm gonna roast a spaghetti squash, and so I'm gonna put spaghetti squash on it, some avocado, maybe a little sriracha, and some Greek yogurt. It'll taste like, I don't know, it's gonna taste delicious. I thought about using cottage cheese instead of yogurt, but the yogurt does have a tad bit more protein in it, and it'll probably resemble more of a sour cream. So that's what's for dinner tonight. The only problem is I am going to be starving till my squash gets done, because I am hungry. So when we get home, I will show you what our dinner looks like. I don't know if that'll be enough for my husband. He might want me to throw him a turkey burger in there too somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll catch up with you when I get home. I'm gonna stop at the store and get a couple things. I need some more sweet potatoes. I need some more squash. I need some Greek yogurt. I'm gonna buy a thing of sriracha and a couple avocados. I think that's all I'm gonna get. If I give me a protein bar, eat half a protein bar, just tide me over, because I'm really hungry right now. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Good morning. Good morning it is. It's about 10 after 7. I am at the gym, and I wanted to get here early this morning. I have to go to work later. I need to go home and take a shower, so I need to get here early. Doesn't look too crowded yet. It starts really getting crowded at about 8 o'clock, so I know there's people that get here like before they go to work, but didn't sleep too well last night. I was awake a lot, but I don't feel horrible. Hopefully this will help. I'm gonna motivate you today to get some kind of exercise. Go outside, take a walk if it's nice at your house. You know, I'm 51 years old, and probably in the best shape of my life, and it's never too late to start. You know, there's so much out there that robs us of our health, and we have to take charge of that. You know, we can't feed into the junk, the foods, today's so-called healthcare. You have to just make your own path. You know, you have to choose to eat real food. You have to choose to exercise and stay as healthy as you can with whatever you have to work with, you know. I mean, I know there's some people that have chronic health problems and disease and things, and, you know, and I can empathize with that. You know, I know it's not easy, but it's sometimes just making small changes makes a big difference, you know. And it isn't easy to get up every day and choose to do, you know, make healthy decisions. It's not. It's easier just to do what's simple. Stay in bed, stay on the couch, eat processed foods. That's the easy thing, you know, not having to prepare everything. But your body and your health pays for it. So I'm just trying to motivate you today to do something, make some kind of small changes. And I know that as I see my body changing and getting stronger, that is motivation for me. That motivates me, you know. And you know, we don't want to grow old just being unhealthy, you know, and we want to live as long as we can with a healthy body, a healthy mind. So do something today. Make good decisions. And I will see you when I get out of here. Looking forward to it. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm all done. That was good. That was a good workout. You know, when I first started coming here, I would kind of stay off to myself. I'm not a real, believe it or not, I'm kind of an introvert. And I mean, I love people, don't get me wrong, but like put me in a group of people and I get uncomfortable, especially if I'm doing something like working out or something, because I feel like people are looking at me and it makes me uncomfortable, and which they're probably not looking at me. It's in my own head, but I feel like people are judging me or something, and like it makes me uncomfortable. But now, like, I like to do the free weights, and there's usually quite a few people in there, which if there are, I don't normally go in there. So there was someone over by the weights where I wanted to be, and I thought, I'm just leaving. So I went to the locker room to get my stuff without doing my my arm exercises, and I got in there and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I have every right to be here just like they do. So I marched my butt right back over there, and I'm like, I don't care who looks. I don't care. I don't care who judges. I'm just going to do what I need to do to finish my workout. So I went over there and just did it. I put my headphones in, and then I just go in my zone, and I don't pay attention to anybody. You know, that's what I like. If I could be here by myself, that's what I would prefer. But it's not the way it is, not reality. But that was good. I'm gonna go home and shower off. I was gonna wash my hair this morning, and then we're going out of town with some friends this weekend. We're leaving Saturday morning. We're just going a few hours away. We're going to a big antique store. It's supposed to be very, very large antique stores. I'm excited for. And then on Sunday morning, there's a church there that we're going to in Concord. So I'm excited about that. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if I wash my hair this morning, then I'll probably need to wash it again Saturday, which I won't have time Saturday because we'll be on the road. So I thought, well, if I wash it tonight and then I'll fix it in the morning before work, it should last me till Sunday. And then I won't have to bother with my hair while I'm out of town. I hate having to fix my hair. It just takes so long. So I think I'm just going to go home and shower off and straighten up the house a little bit. get myself ready for work. I already had breakfast this morning. I had my cottage cheese with some strawberries, blueberries, and half a banana. That gives me energy for, oh, and my quarter cup of Purely Elizabeth granola. That is the best granola. So I measure it out because I don't want to get too much of that. So, gives me energy for my workout. The carbohydrates and the sugars, you know, that does give you energy for your workout. So I don't know what I'm going to do for lunch today. I think I'll probably I need to get some extra protein in today. I was a little lacking yesterday. Not a whole lot, but a little bit lacking. I'm going to take a Greek yogurt. I saw people do this online. They take just plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and they put protein powder in it, and it gives them like a lot of protein. So I think I'm going to do that for lunch. And I have some leftover hamburger with squash in it. I may or may not take that. I'll just have to see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I think I was going to make something with the ground turkey and sweet potatoes and avocado and cottage cheese. But I don't know if that's going to be enough calories for today. So I might have to take that for my lunch. We'll see. So anyway, I'm looking forward to getting this next 2 days over with so we can get on our little trip. And I have a special surprise coming on Monday. I can't wait to share it. It's gonna be a adventure. So I will share that coming up on next week. I'll probably put another video out on Tuesday maybe. So I will share that surprise with you. I'm so excited. And so I will catch up with you later, maybe at dinner time. I'll show you what I'm having for dinner. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name's Kelly. I'm 51 years old. I'm an empty nester, and this is my life. My kids have moved. My daughter and my son-in-law started moving yesterday. They were staying with us until they found jobs and found a place. And they found a place about 30 minutes away, and so they're moving in. They're doing that right now, so that's exciting too. I'll have more time to dedicate to my channel and things, so I'm looking forward to that. But I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. This is just my normal life. I don't have fluff and fakeness and all the stuff. This is my real life, and I'll share as much as I can, as much as I'm comfortable with. And I just want to be real, because that's all I can be. So I'll catch up with you later. We have a tornado warning. We don't get tornadoes in North Carolina, do we? It's not even raining. I wouldn't mind seeing a tornado if it was far away and small and in the sky. But I think it'll pass. Just looks a little cloudy right now. I don't think we're going to have a tornado. Isn't a tornado warning when
goes by quick and get out of here. Holy moly.
Wow.
And it's blowing from every direction.
Danny and Ellen's over there in the trailer, aren't they?
I think so, yeah. Lupton's is closed. Yeah, it's shut down. I'm surprised. There goes our underpinning, Mom.
Uh-oh. Are you serious?
Yep. You see it on the end down there? On the end of the trailer. There it goes. It's starting to come out. Daggone, you can barely see the road over there now.
You don't think it'd break that window, do you?
I wouldn't think so. My biggest thing is this door. I think this door's gonna fly open.
Golly.
Uh-oh. Yep, we might lose power. Alright. It's moving fast though. The storm's moving at like 65 miles an hour, so it's gonna blow by quick, hopefully. Yeah.
can't believe these people aren't pulling over on the road.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no way. I can't even see that guy's taillights that just went by. Holy smokes. Whoa, there's a tree limb on the power line in the middle of the road. You see that?
We're getting ready to lose lights.
Past that first set of
I
lines. right
see
there.
it a
Yep.
little bit.
Yep.
Gosh, this is like hurricane wind, isn't it?
Right. That's what I was saying. Holy smokes. Just come on and get it, go by. It's too early for storms. This early in March.
I know.
That's what I told Mom. I said, this is too early for this to be happening.
It is supposed to be freezing or something tomorrow.
Yeah, tonight, 32 degrees tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be like a 50-degree swing.
That's what's bringing this on then.
Yep,
I don't think I'd be under those wires there.
right.
Gosh.
You see that limb there?
I see it.
Barely hanging on.
Look at that tree over there. This tree's over there swaying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, over there in the corner. Yep.
Yeah.
That Hurricane Florence we had a few years back, that tornado hit right behind there. Tore all kinds of trees out of the ground. It was right back behind there. I helped a lady clean up and get it off her house.
I would be pulling over.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
understand.
No chance I'm driving. One time we stopped at Family Dollar when it was still open and we went right on inside Family Dollar, got out the car, said, this ain't worth it.
No.
It ain't worth it.
I don't see the branch. Did it fall?
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, it's still
Yep,
there.
Yep, it's still there, yep. I'm just worried if it touches another line, then it'll spark.
Right.
Then we're definitely losing power.
I think most of it's over, but man, is the wind kicking. The wind is bad. This poor guy across the street, he lives over there in a mobile home with his mother. And they came over here and to just take shelter because we all know that mobile homes can go up really fast. He's taking care of his mama. But you can see the rain. It came down. It was bad. I've been hearing fire trucks and ambulances and police car go past. You see the clouds moving. I hope everyone's okay. I just can't believe people were actually on the roads driving. I mean, I thought this window was gonna break. But the temperature is supposed to drop like, I don't even know, 50 degrees. I think it's supposed to be 30 tonight, and it was almost 80 this morning, this afternoon. You can see the clouds. The wind picks up so hard, it feels like the roof is gonna blow off. This little building's been here, I don't even know, since at least the 60s, maybe before that. And it's a little brick building, stone, you know, like not just brick, like concrete almost. So this is a pretty safe place to be. I think it's gonna calm down, thankfully. You're not gonna believe this. The man that was just in here. I've been hearing fire trucks and ambulances go down the road, and there's a campground not 200 yards from where I sit now. A tornado hit right over at the campground. They had to evacuate there. It went past the campground down here to the next town, hit a house, and took a guy off of his front porch. And they can't find him. And that's what they're doing, is they're looking for this guy. I mean, that's 200 yards from where I'm sitting right now. Thank the Lord he kept us safe here. It's so scary. I just pray for this man, whoever he is. I pray that they find him safe, but that does not sound good at all. They said there's a campground here. People literally live in the campers here. And they had to evacuate because it was taking the tops off these campers over here. And it went down through my town where I live, and just made a path all the way down here right next to this town. So say prayer that there's no one injured, but this doesn't sound good.